Hello everybody, and welcome to Pixel P.I. Now, my name is Nocturnal, and this is going to be a little bit different. I received an email through my channel's email about this game. The developer reached out to me and they said, hey, you do some detective games? I've got a detective game. Would you like to try it out? There's a demo out right now on Steam, and I said, you know what? Let's do it. Now, this is not for any monetary compensation. Not been paid. I'm going to be upfront about that now and forever. But this seems like right up our alley. So I absolutely do want to play this. And I'm very, very unbelievably honored that somebody, reached out to me regarding playing their game. So what we're going to, you know what? Let's just jump right into it. There's no reason to wait around. I think we're going to be playing as Pixel right down there. Location, Havette Beach, St. Remy, Waveland. Time, 11:31 p.m. Date, 20th of November, 2089. So as far as I'm aware, we are going to be investigating cases and asking questions our questions are going to be driving the story. Who are you? Why are you here? Stop going after something. What are you talking about? Answer me. Trust me, it's not worth it. You'll only get yourself killed. I won't be threatened. I don't care what you say. Don't be stubborn. It's for your own good. Somehow I don't believe you. Really care about what happens to me. In that case, you leave me no choice. Location, Pixel's apartment, St. Remy, Waveland. Time, 5:41 a.m. Date, 21st November, 2089. So like I said, I believe we're going to be able to do interrogations or some form of that, and we ask questions, and that's going to drive the story depending on how good our questions are. I might preemptively move my keyboard over. Pixel's woken up. So that's Pixel. That's our main character here. It was just a nightmare. I fell asleep at my desk. What was I doing? Did everything get deleted? Why can't I remember what I was working on? Okay, we notice the robot levitating. What are you doing here? I don't know. My memory seems to be corrupt. Tries to punch the robot she doesn't recognize. Jesus. Wait, stop, Pixel. It's me, Ethan. I don't know any Ethans, and I don't care about robots either way. Get out of my house. She was trying to punch Ethan, but he is too agile. Glimpses at her computer. 29, this can't be right. It's March of 2087, or is it July? What's happening to me? Okay, let's check the internet. Can't believe it. It's really November 2089. Why can't I remember the last 2 years? Pixel, you seem distressed. What's happening? What is this robot doing in my house? Why is he acting like he cares about me? Pixel thinks to herself, of course. Start talking, robot. What are you doing in my house? Pixel, we are partners. We solve cases together, but there's something wrong with me. According to my system log, something happened yesterday at 11:38 p.m. I received a big amount of data that seems to have corrupted my memories. So it claims he has memory issues as well. Isn't that convenient? If your memories are corrupted, how come you remember us working together? I'm not sure. The memories I have are like summaries of memories, if that makes sense. There are no specific memories at all, but somehow I know you are Pixel, and you are a hacker detective, and we work together solving cases, and I'll do anything to help you. He must be lying. Why would I work with a robot? If you really would do anything to help me, then connect your system to my computer and enter standby mode so I can check what's wrong with you. Okay, I trust you, Pixel. Please don't delete me. Okay, enter standby. Okay. He was right about the data dump. His memory is practically all corrupted indeed. Looks like when I tried to recover my old save data from the Battle Monsters game. I don't trust this robot, but he's being cooperative and his report about his logs checks out. Could erase him right now, and he knew that. Okay, we're gonna trust him. Let's trust Ethan. We got him. Okay, Ethan, you can help me. Why are my memories gone, and why is my computer wiped? What do you mean your memories are gone? Is Pixel a robot too? That'd be a twist. That'd be a fun twist. The last 2 years or so, I don't remember anything. It's as if I was asleep for 2 years because last I remember it was mid-2087, not 89. I'm afraid I don't know, Pixel. I'll probably be able to help you more once my system is back to normal, but I'm not sure how long that will take. I have no time for this, but I guess I'll keep you around until I figure something out. Fair enough. What's the hurry? Consider the facts. I'm missing memories of the last 2 years, and my computer gets wiped at the same time. It could be a coincidence, but if it's not, then most likely explanation is that somehow Someone deleted my memories. Someone went through the trouble of hacking me and deleting my memories instead of just killing me. It means they want me alive, so they probably want something else from me. I need to be prepared for whatever comes next. Despite all my digital stuff being wiped, physicals are good. Police case IDs. It's the last entry, so it must be somewhat recent. There must be something in those cases that can help me figure out what happened to me, or at least help me understand why someone would want my memories gone. Hey Ethan, help me set up a case on my computer. Case ID 591-87222-B. Is this the case you've been working on? I guess we'll see. Alright, so here we go. These are the main buttons you will find in your desktop. You should familiarize yourself with all of them. Interviews, hints, clues, and settings. Settings button is not labeled unless it'll be labeled and this thing is just cut off. The settings button will let you change the game settings and save the game. Okay. The clues button will show the clues you have unlocked. You should begin your investigation by reviewing these. You will not be able to crack the case without understanding the clues. The hint button will show you a hint about the current case. Click it only if you are stuck. If you stay stuck at the same point, the hints will become progressively more explicit with each click. Okay. On the right side of the screen, you will see the currently available interviews. Click on the interview you want to access to open the interview database window. Sweet. Click me after reviewing the new unlocks. When you see Ethan pop up, click on him to watch his interaction with Pixel after reviewing the latest unlocked responses. The case framework I developed seems to have booted up correctly. This looks very complicated. What should we do first? I usually begin by reviewing what clues we were able to decrypt from the start. Then I check the available interviews. The police usually ask witnesses their name and their age, so I would start by asking both questions to make sure the interview system works. So this is where we get into it, I think. This is where I want to say type. Pixel, it looks like this case took place in April of 2087, more than 2 years ago. Do you remember hearing anything about this? No, I don't remember anything about this case, but maybe it just flew under my radar at the time and I only learned about it later. So what do you remember from 87? Well, in 86, I got fired from my job as a police consultant for refusing to stop working on a case. In 87, I started working as a private investigator, and I was struggling to get clients. 90% of my potential clients were married people looking for evidence of infidelity. I've done a couple of those, but it got so boring that I refused doing them anymore. Then there were some potential clients that required things outside my area of expertise, like surveillance or infiltration. I have a feeling we've done things like that before. No, that's it. I don't recall the specifics. Anyway, I only got a couple of interesting cases, and the last thing I recall doing before my memory loss is desperately looking for clients. Okay, so we have Bernie's death report. Bernie was killed with an axe, taking a hit to the head with a weapon at approximately 3:12 p.m. the 16th of April of 2087. She was coming back... Bernie. Okay. She was coming back to her home from a supermarket a few blocks away. I gotta be honest, I thought Bernie was a dude. Bernie, give me dude vibes. Unless it's like a nickname for Bernadette. Maybe. Okay. And they were coming back from the supermarket a few blocks away. Okay. Bernie is the victim in this case. She was a journalist investigating the unknown. Alex is the main suspect. Okay. Ethan is Pixel's robot assistant. According to him, his memories are corrupted. Okay. Lacks knowledge about the world, which seems related to the corrupted memories. One of the only items in Pixel's possession. First notes are keys and encrypted passwords only Pixel can decipher, updated over years. Okay. Pixel. Okay. So the case clues. Death, 3:12 p.m., April 2087. Coming home from supermarket. Got it. So let's interview Alex. This is the interview database framework window. In this window, you will interact with the cases, interviews, and unlock statements and pieces of evidence. Okay. On the left side of the window, you will see the interview metadata. This metadata contains the interviewee's name, the date of the interview, the topic of the interview, and the assigned role of the interviewee in the case and the way the interview is conducted. On the middle of the window, you will see the statements. These are the answers the interviewee gave during the interview. Each statement will be encrypted until you unlock it. On the bottom of the window is the text input field. In order to unlock statements, you will have to ask questions to the interviewee. You can ask any question by typing them in the text input field and pressing enter or clicking send. If there is a match, the matching statement will be unlocked. For example, if you ask, "What is your name? Can you tell me your name? Who are you?" or however you want to phrase it to Alex, his answer to that question will be decrypted and you will be able to see it on the statement section. By clicking on a specific statement, you can access the debunk button to debunk that statement. Debunking requires you to have a clue that contradicts the statement, so most statements can't be debunked. Okay. Last but not least is the handbook button. This button will open the handbook, which contains information about how the police conducts interviews. The handbook is divided by sections, and each section contains information about how the topics in that section are treated. The handbook keeps track of what statements relevant to each section you unlocked. Okay. With the handbook, you can make sure you ask the fundamental questions before racking your brain trying to come up with a way to debunk a suspect. Got it. Okay, so we are talking to Alex about Bernie's death. Let's ask him with Hold on, I gotta move my keyboard else I'm not gonna be able to type right. Can you state your name? And so this is the interesting part of the game, is that the game is going to take what we're writing in it and it's going to apply that to what we're doing, which I think is awesome. That's what caught my eye when they reached out to me about this. How come you asking a question? Okay, I think we already talked about that. Can you tell me? We'll go with the. Tell me how you know Bernie. We'll go with that. We'll start with how they know Bernie. I never met Bernie. Okay. Here we go. So we got a lot of stuff. Okay. Question: can you tell me how you know Bernie? The response was, I never met Bernie. Okay. So for some reason, Bernie's death, Alex is the main suspect. Are you employed? And if so, where do you work? Is he going to say supermarket? I do some odd jobs here and there for a living. What kind of odd jobs do you do for a living? Okay, so it just bounced back to this same one. All right. Can you tell me how old you were? Oh, whoops, I meant are. 25 years old. Okay. Cool, the system seems to be working as I recalled. We should start asking relevant questions now, like the ones the police would ask. Follow the handbook for that. For instance, the next question could be about his location at the time of the incident or relationship with Bernie, which we already did do you know them? Where were you in April? I don't think we had a specific date. Where were you at the time of Bernie's murder around 3 p.m. April 2087? I don't know how specific I have to be. Oh. I was in my home at the time of the incident, nowhere near where it happened. Where do you live? I was in my home at the time of the incident, nowhere near where it happened. Clues. Bank statement. Untraceable accounts. That is weird. I've only seen this when I was doing shady hacking jobs. Some clients paid this way so my services couldn't be traced back to them. Alex must be up to something shady as well, most likely. Isn't hacking dangerous? How did you get into it? I guess it started by learning about old encryption methods in school, like prime factorization. I remember it felt like solving a puzzle game. School was always boring. But Jesus. School was always so boring to me, but this was fun. So I started learning more about modern quantum encryption and how to break it. I can't read the words always so, but I can manage my way through quantum encryption without stumbling. It's insane. I had to learn really advanced math and quantum physics, but I was so into it that it didn't feel like work. And then I started hacking everything and getting in trouble for it. I had to learn how to be more sneaky about it and how to cover my tracks. Then I realized I could make money hacking, so I became a gray hat hacker. Gray hats. Who shows people how easily hackable the systems are by hacking them and then offers to fix their vulnerabilities for money. Yep. No, but yeah, it's complicated. There we go. Okay. Alex's bank statement shows daily deposits from different untraceable accounts beginning April 5th up to and including the day of the statement was obtained, 17th of April. The deposits amount to a very large sum. DNA. A strand of hair containing Alex's DNA was found on Bernie's clothes, suggesting that Alex interacted with Bernie the day she died. So now I think we go to our interviews, and we scroll down to I never met Bernie, and let's debunk that. Oh, to debunk a statement, the first thing you need to do is collect the clue that contradicts the statement or shows that the statement is false or invalid. Yes, I know. The next step is explaining how the clue contradicts the statement. For example, if the statement is, I was at the park that day, and the clue says the park was closed that day, we can say the park was closed that day, so you couldn't have been there. Make sure you selected the right statement and the right clue. Most statements can't be debunked. Make sure you found a meaningful problem in the statement that the clue you own can demonstrate. Keep in mind that debunk are not the place to ask questions. If you find yourself wanting to debunk a statement with a question, you should try instead asking the question in the net interview framework. It's fair. So, I never met Bernie. DNA evidence. Select this. If you never met Bernie... Oh, nope, that's a question. Your DNA was found on Bernie's clothes. So that is a debunk. I was originally going to word it as a... I was originally going to word it as a question. I had to redo that. I don't know why my hair was found on the victim. We may have brushed past each other at the supermarket I went to earlier that day. Okay, so now we know he was at the supermarket that day. Gotcha. Okay, so I see. So we got this question, and if we debunk it, we're going to go into the next layer. Here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Okay. Oh, we got more clues now. Oh, so Alex said, and this clue corroborates it, that he was at the supermarket the day of the incident. We should be able to easily debunk his claim about the location at the time of the incident. So what do you mean by debunk? Oh. Some statements, those belonging to responses from a second round of questions made by the police about a previous statement from the same interview, are encrypted, including a reference to the clue used by the police to press a suspect. Inconsistencies. Statements are triggered to decrypt, but what usually does the trick is aligning the right clue with the right statement and approximate the inconsistency between them. Okay, vectorize them, result in all the encrypted statements until we find a match, if we are lucky, like we do with regular statements. We just have to find a clue that contradicts the statement, yes. Witnesses at the supermarket saw Alex and Bernie at the store the day Bernie died between 2:55 and 3:05 p.m. They were not seen together, but they were both at the supermarket at the same time. The store is a few blocks from Bernie's apartment, so we would select this. Let's go back to the interview, and we could debunk this. No, not that. This. And then we use this. Witnesses saw you at the supermarket shortly before the incident took place, which is a contradiction to what he said. Oh, that's right. I did go to the supermarket that day, but I had nothing to do with the murder. There's no possible reason for me to want to kill Bernie. Yeah, Alex lied about being at home at the time. Not looking good for him. No, it is not. Figure out a possible motive. We have no evidence to suggest Alex had a personal reason to kill Bernie. We do have evidence that he's receiving large sums of money in his bank account from untraceable sources. We should ask him about it. So now we have to decide, are we going to be doing a debunk for that, or are we going to just ask about it? Let's just go direct. Why are you, who is sending you large sums of money in your bank account? We'll start there. I don't know if that's going to ping us on anything. The question was not asked by the interviewer. Okay. Do some odd jobs here and there for a living. No reason for me to want to kill Bernie, but what about these bank statements? You were paid a large sum of money to kill Bernie. This might be a little direct, and I don't really have any evidence of this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Aha!
Fuck you! Those statements you see on my bank are payments for a job I'm doing, but it's under a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't talk about it. I don't believe that. So what have we got? So after all the evidence, the case just went cold. How is that even possible? Maybe the second interview will give more information about this. As of October of 2088, the case is still open but hasn't been updated for months. No one has been charged for this crime. Bernie's family organized a public funeral for her. The funeral was held on the 20th of April, 2087. The family is still looking for answers. Okay, so we have a new interview. Bernie's investigation. Topic, contextual witness. Okay, all right. What is your name and age? I keep my identity and my personal life private. Okay. How were you, what can I call you? Or is that going to give me the same thing? Yeah, okay. I figured. In what capacity are you, not relevant, in what capacity are you involved in this case? Potentially. I'm a private oh God. Dear God, I think I asked the right question there. Well, come on, that's not fair. What happened? I was so close to solving the case and this guy just spoiled it for me. All I needed to know was Alex's connection to the black market. And okay, we don't know what that's about. Give me a goddamn second. Oh my God. I think I asked the right question because I just unlocked like 5 things. FBI thorough explanation. What else do you think the police asked him that will be relevant for us? The police were probably interested in how he knows so much about the black market. And also they probably asked him why he was doing this, what his intentions are. We should discover what he had to say about that. Okay, so let's read, because we didn't get a chance to read what any of this was. And I admit that's my fault. I clicked on Ethan because we were kind of told to click on Ethan when he pops up. I'm a private investigator. I learned through news reports that journalists had been killed. This has led me to look into the matter myself, and I made some discoveries worth sharing. Bernie was investigating the black market and some of the organizations involved in it, such as a Crimson Mob, the White Hand, and others neither she nor I could identify. Unfortunately, someone wasn't fond of that and resolved to silence her. They contracted an individual to eliminate Bernie, to put an end to her investigations, and I'm certain the hired murderer is Alex. Alex has a reputation as a for-hire murderer in the black market, considering that the DNA evidence proved Alex had physical contact with Bernie, and the fact that he started receiving payments from unknown sources and without justification, I conclude that Alex was paid to murder Bernie. Okay. What clues did we get, though? She was a journalist investigating the city's black market. Okay. Neural interface uses a chip that connects the brain to the digital world. It's a brain implant that allows people to interface with digital devices or internet directly. Okay. City's black market. I'm a private investigator. Learned through news reports that journalists had been killed. Okay. Fortunately, someone wasn't fond of that and resolved to silence her. They contracted an individual to eliminate Bernie, put an end to the investigations. Do you know which group hired Alex? I'm not aware of who hired Alex. Bernie's investigation was notably wide. I'm still unsure exactly what she discovered that was so sensitive. Do you know what Bernie was investigating in relation to organized crime? I should have. Okay. Where is the black market located? Not asked by the interviewer. Okay. Okay. Textual witness. You know what? Now let's check the handbook. Let's check the handbook. Sites on the case. After gathering initial information, it's important to ask follow-up questions to discuss key pieces of evidence. If interviewee statement contradicts a piece of evidence. Yeah, that's for the contradictions. And we got this. So together, fill box in Bernie's apartment. Alex did interact. City's black market. Were you hired to? Actually, no. I already did that, right? Because he got mad at me when I asked that. These statements you see on my bank are payments for a job I'm doing. It's under non-disclosure. Were you hired to kill Bernie? Yeah, I figured. I'm a private investigator. This led me to look into the murder myself, and I made some discoveries for sharing. Comes from Mom, the white hand, and neither she nor I could identify. Fortunately, someone wasn't fond of that result. Silence her. They contracted an individual to eliminate Bernie to put an end to her investigations. I'm certain they hired the hired murderer is Alex. Why? No, because we do know that, because he said that Alex has a reputation as a for-hire murderer and the DNA. What other evidence do you have that Alex killed Bernie? Am I not going to get anything from that? I figured. Let's get a hint. Let's take a hint. Why does he know so much about the black market? That's right. They did say that. Why do you know so much about the black market? My job as a PI often makes me confront entities that deal in the black market. I wish I didn't know the kind of stuff that goes on there. Okay. The last statement I'm interested in from this anonymous PI is about why he's doing this and what his intentions are. It is not common for private investigators to work for free with the police. So I'm interested in knowing what he has to say about that, and I bet the police were too. Why? I bet they were dating. Why were you so interested in Bernie's death? I just want to make sure you guys, the police, do your job. I know some of you have been compromised, but I always know most of you are honest and want to do what's right, or at least that's what I want to believe, so I'm here to do anything I can to help you. What are our clues now? General clues. What is this? I knew it. You are a spy. You belong to the anonymous PI, and you were sent to spy on me. Do you have something to do with my memory loss? Start talking right now. Oh. Uh-oh. I didn't read the other piece of clues, but that's the demo. A little teaser into the game and how it plays. I really like it. You know what? I wasn't sure how the questions and answering process was gonna go, but I really liked it. I really did. And of course, I'm again absolutely unbelievably honored that the developers reached out to me about trying this game out. Let me see. Let me pull up the information here. That's right. Chris Chu. Thank you. Thank you very much. I had it pulled up, but my screen went dark. So, Chris Chu, thank you very much for reaching out as a developer. I believe we spoke a little bit in emails back and forth. This game is set to come out in July 2025. So I want to make this video as we're getting closer to July, middle of June. If you guys want to see more, I'm interested in playing this. I really am. I like the questions and answers part, and I hope the questions and the situations get a little harder as we go on. I know that was the demo, that was the introduction case. So I'm interested. Obviously, this is fun. It seems right up my alley. I don't think I would have found this game had Chris Chu not reached out, but I'm very, very grateful that you did. So, thank you. No, this was interesting. It's a neat gameplay mechanic that I don't think I've ever experienced before myself. So I hope that you guys want to see more, because I definitely want to play it either on my own time or on the channel. I'd prefer it to be on the channel though. Definitely, if you want to give it a shot, you guys can go to Steam right now. I'll leave the link to the demo and the game itself in the description of this video, so make sure to check it out. You guys already know you can add me on Steam as well. That's right on my channel page. I hope you guys give it a shot. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know if you guys want to see more about this game. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.